What'd you say? You said
I just clicked on the link and then it worked fine.
okay. All right, hold on. Edgar, stop it. Get out of there. Edgar Allen. No. Yeah. Stop it. No.
Look how good Nick is sleeping.
He's so good, he's asleep.
My first Zoom class today, he was like, screaming.
He's pretty good. He's good.
They're so yummy for breakfast. Now we don't even have to go anywhere for
Okay.
quarantine.
Push it in peace over there. This last one?
I don't know.
Yeah, buddy.
No, Lucy, leave Edgar alone. Okay. Oh, it's 8 after. I said till 10. All right, we'll wait 2 more minutes and then we'll see what happens. Edgar, it's okay, baby. It's okay. There's no food, honey. There's no food right now, sweetie. You just had your dinner. Ow! Don't scratch me. Stop it. Okay. Let's see. I don't think anybody new came. No. All right. So, trying to decide how we're gonna do this today. We have your midterm on Thursday, right? And I'm gonna, obviously it's gonna keep the format, right? Multiple choice and all that fun stuff. You're gonna obviously have open notes. And the joys of teaching online at home. I'm worried about my pig and dog might start fighting. But anyway, so anyway, so it's going to be online. The good thing about that is you'll get your results like immediately, right? Because the way that online exams go when they're multiple choice like that. Okay. So you know what you got. And I'm going to give you guys a few days to do it, right? So it's not just going to be just the one day like it was going to be before or during just that one time period, right? Obviously. So you'll get, so I'll give it to you on Thursday and, probably have you do it sometime by Sunday night by 11:59 p.m. Okay. But we need to do the readings for next Tuesday, right? Zoom has this capability where you can break into groups, right? So I'll be able to put you guys into groups, okay? And kind of like how we did in class, all right? And so when we come back on Tuesday, when you have done the readings, I will break you guys up into groups, for a period of time to talk about the readings and all of that. And then we'll come back together and talk about the readings, just like we do normally, okay? What I'll do also is I'm gonna be recording them like I'm recording this one right now, okay? And I will put them online. I have a YouTube channel, okay? And I mean, not for anything fun, I'm not like, I don't know, reviewing games or anything like that, and whatever. So I'll put them up there, and then I'll link them back onto Blackboard. All right. So that way, if, forever who's not here tonight, they'll be able to access this one and they'll be in the loop. And, God forbid if you guys get sick or something like that, or a family member gets sick and you're unable to make it to a session, you'll be able to sort of catch up and, see what happened in class. Okay. And that way you won't fall behind. All right. And I know some people are leaving the country, and some people are in the States and all that. And so hopefully to make everybody still feel kind of connected. Okay. What was I going to say? What else? Of course, kind of like I mentioned, you're going to possibly hear, my kids come in and ask me something, or, a dog barking or whatever, so pardon any of that kind of stuff. Okay. It's okay, Caroline. What night will it be due? You mean the exam, Peter? Sunday night at 11:59. So this Sunday. So I'm going to launch it on Thursday. Okay. I'm going to launch it on Thursday. Can we see the bulldog towards the end of classroom? Yes, I will show you the bulldog, Graham. She's around here somewhere. She's monitoring the pig's activity because she's very jealous of the pig. But anyway, what was I going to say? So, right. So, things are going to be hectic for all of us. And, the thing to remember is just we have to be kind to each other during this crazy time. And of course, I'm going to be kind to you. Okay. I understand that this kind of puts a wrench in everything, so with your projects, maybe, you guys were going to be doing some sort of presentation, right, with like PowerPoints or whatever together. Maybe the best way to do that is to, like maybe on Blackboard in the discussion section, right? Start discussions where you can get each other's emails, right? And maybe you can start like a Google Docs with one another. Okay, does that sound like an idea? So that way you can coordinate with one another. And then, because I think it might be easier for you guys now. I don't know, maybe not, to not do everything yourself. Or I don't know. What do you think? What are your guys' thoughts on this? Be honest with me.
What did you say?
About the project. We weren't doing them on our own. No, Peter.
Oh, I thought we said that we were going to do it on our
Oh,
own.
you guys say you were doing them on your own?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Oh, for some reason.
That's because it would be a little bit easier.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, that's totally fine. For some reason, I thought you guys wanted to do them as a group. Okay, never mind then. Forget it. Forget I said that. So then that's perfect. So that's fine. Maybe what we'll do, instead of doing days where we present them all to each other, what we can do is we can just post them kind of in the discussion area, right? So and then just have people sort of reply to one another, like just reply to different people, about what you thought about their thing or whatever. And that way you can kind of do it on your own time,
So we would be posting on the discussion board our like presentation that we would make.
Right.
Okay.
So then what you do is just sort of like, you know, either do a voiceover. If you can do video of yourself with it, that would be great. If you know, want to add in pictures or whatever it is that you're going to do, you can add in like anything that you add in. Computer guy. If you can add in yourself at all, you know, that would be great since we're all like so far from each other and everything. You know, anything that you can do to personalize it, you know, to add if you can add a video of yourself talking over the thing, that would be awesome. If you can figure out how to do that. If you can't, you know, I don't want to pressure anybody, you know, you're not going to get points off if you don't. You know, it's a stressful enough time as it is, but, you know, that would be great. I may or may not cancel the final. We'll still do some quizzes, but I will keep the quizzes like due dates totally open-ended. Okay. When I do have them, there's not going to be, you know, like I'll have a rough due date, but if you don't make it, don't worry about it. Okay. Even if it shows like a little exclamation point or whatever, nobody's going to be marked off for lateness on anything. All right. Just get whatever to me by the end of the semester. Okay. Everything is super flexible right now. Okay. So that's pretty much the main things. Does anybody have any questions about anything that's going on?
Yeah, I have a question for the presentation and like how we're delivering it to you. So you want it on the discussion board and you said it either needs to be a video of us or a voiceover, like one or the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like, for example, sometimes you can get like a little video like in the corner of like a PowerPoint, or do you know what I mean? While you're doing PowerPoint, or if you're doing like a video of yourself giving a presentation or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I just, whatever. If you can do that, awesome. Okay. But I don't want you to stress out about it, Imani. If you can't get your picture in there somehow, you can't. All right.
Okay.
But you know, I understand everybody's not super techy and you know, whatever. So, but it'd be great if you could. But the important thing is the content and, you know, all of that. And hopefully it's not too boring, but again, you know, we're in stressful times, so do what. Okay. Okay. All right. Anybody else have any questions about any of this stuff, like the midterm or anything? Go ahead, Peter.
We do like a midterm review.
What do you mean? Like you just want to know what's going to be on it, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so basically, you know, a lot of the things that we talked about in class, right? So, definitely the stuff that was on your first quiz, right? Anything that would talk about how the different leaders exemplify, you know, modernizing authoritarianism, right? In the Soviet period or the pre-Soviet period or, you know, post-Soviet period, right? Anything that talks about how, you know, the leaders might have, you know, preferred regime stability, you know, versus state building and, you know, that kind of thing. And what that means and what the problem is with that kind of stuff, right? I think problems that existed during, you know, Brezhnev's, you know, stagnation period, problems that led to the fall of the Soviet Union, um, the problems that existed under the Yeltsin period, right? And then like, how Putin came to power. Um, um, like Chechnya, okay, like the about Chechnya. Um, um, I will look at the stuff related to the oligarchs in relation to Putin. Well, two things. One, how the oligarchs, the relationship with the oligarchs had with Yeltsin, and then what the relationship was like with Putin. It was kind of twofold with Putin, right? So like when he came to power, he did one thing with them, and then he sort of did something else with them a little bit later, right? Okay. And might be forgetting something. Oh yeah, like party power and stuff, and like what that looked like. The difference between Yeltsin and Putin, right? The different presidential elections, like particularly the 1996 election, the 2000 presidential election, 2008, I think they talk about 2012. Sovereign democracy. We kind of talked about that, right? That it was just a sort of like bullshit sort of, term that they kind of just, that nobody can really define, right? That, they kind of give you something about it in the book. Wait, what are the presentations about? Anything that has to do with Russian politics? Yes, I'll get to that in a second, Allison, okay? So sovereign democracy is, remember, just some sort of BS, a thing that they tried to come up with. That's just some sort of way of them like keeping, trying to keep other people out of their business, right? But they really want to emphasize the word sovereign, um, their own sovereignty, to do and to pursue quote unquote democracy as they see fit, right? And it's an emphasis of their own interests, their own self-interest and stuff like that. When the big thing is that they're not really pursuing democracy, right? It's more of this modernizing authoritarianism, is what it is. It's democracy in name only, not in reality. And your book talks a little bit more about that. So I think that should about cover it. You just sort of like, focus on those main topics that will hit the vast majority of it. Okay, and just sort of know what those things are. You should be okay. Oh, Allison, hold on. They started talking about sovereign democracy around, I think around the end of Putin's second term, if I remember correctly. Beginning of Medvedev's term, 2008. So I can't remember exactly. Your book might say. but it was somewhere around there from what I remember. It doesn't really matter which one of them did, at least not from my perspective. But your book, this book, I know talks about it. Okay. And you'll find it in there. All right, the Kelly book. So that's not something you'll need to know which one of them came up with it. You just need to know the general idea of what it is. Nobody knows exactly what it is, so I'm not going to say this is the exact definition or something like that. Just so long as you would recognize something about it when I say something about it or something like that, right? Which you should be able to, because it's such a vague idea, like I said. Okay. Anyway. Oh, so midterm isn't 2 tries, right? No. It's only 1 try, but I'm going to give you more time than I normally would, just because everything's just so crazy right now. Okay, so instead of, what is it? This class is 2 hours and 40 minutes. I'll probably give you like 4 hours or so to take it. All right, but like you have to finish it in that 4-hour time period. So only take it when you have 4 hours that you can set aside, right, to just sit and do it. Okay, so anytime between Thursday and Sunday. All right. So I'll just give you 4 hours. All right. Let's see. And Allison, the presentations, what are they about? Anything that has to do with Russian politics? Yes. So just pick something that you find interesting. Hold on. So anything that you find interesting, okay? Maybe from either the Kelly book or the Robinson book, or from something I might have had you read so far, or if you've, come across something else that you've read or whatever, you're feel free to do that. If you aren't 100% sure, you can always set up a Skype appointment with me, and we can talk about it. Okay. And that's the other thing. So office hours, I did this anyway by appointment via Skype. You want to talk to me, send me an email or whatever, and I'll make an appointment. We can talk via Skype if you want, or FaceTime if you have FaceTime. Okay. So whichever works for you, and we can sort of hammer things out. Okay. So, and of course you guys still have access to the online library, all of that. Let's see, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Does anybody have any other questions while I'm trying to remember?
Oh, I have a question.
Okay.
With like attendance policy, is there like a specific amount of video chats like we're permitted to miss, or is it kind of like the same as it once was?
Don't worry about it. Okay. Like personally, I think just for everybody's sort of mental health, I mean, I think it might be beneficial for people to come, just because, everybody's sort of locked up and, I think it would just be beneficial. Plus it'll help you sort of stay on track. And you'll be able to ask questions in real time, but again, I don't expect everybody to make it to every one. Okay. And this is why I'm recording them. All right. Sometimes it's going to be overwhelming for you guys, to be in this situation. I mean, none of us have experienced, this sort of like pandemic sort of stuff before, and being locked up and not being able to go anywhere, and, blah, blah, blah. And so we're all going to react to this in a different way. All right. And so again, I'm going to be very forgiving. Okay. And I'm not going to do anything regarding attendance policies or anything like that. Okay. I just recommend you that if you can come, because it'll be more interactive. You're going to get more out of this than if you didn't. Do you know what I mean? And it'll be just better for you. Of course, you'll be able to view the recorded lectures and all of that. But, if not lectures, but, discussions, because that's what they really are. And this class won't function if we don't have at least some people here, to interact, right? So, I don't know, but yeah, so please try to come. But if you can't, I get it.
Do the recordings like record the group discussions, like specific individual groups?
I don't think so, no. We'll find out. And if they do, I will let you know. Like I think that they break out separately. I've never done that function before. I will let you know once the groups break out. It will either show me or not show me what's happening. Okay. And if it shows me, because what's on my screen is what gets recorded, right? So right now you're being recorded.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's here is what's being recorded, and I can see like little thumbnails of different people and stuff, right? So I don't know if that happens, but I promise I'll tell you guys. Okay. I won't want to intrude on anybody's privacy in case somebody wants to have like a private conversation in that situation. But saying it's unstable. Can you guys hear me okay? Wait, hold on. Why is my internet unstable? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I won't intrude on your privacy. So I'll let you know if it's recording you, and I'll even get up and walk away or something like that and come back when a timer comes off or something, and just turn off. I can pause the recording. That's another thing I can do. I can pause the recording and then I'll get up and walk away or something, I promise. So, but anyway, we'll figure it out. Okay. But anyway, hold on. Bulldog break. Come here, Lucy. Come here. Uh-oh, bulldog and pig. Come here. Who's that girl? Where's the girl? Wait, hold on. Uh-oh. What are you doing? Say hi to everybody. Lucy. Say hi. Say hi. Oh, who's a good girl? Is that a good girl? Did you guys see her? Okay. She's a good girl. What she is. But she's super jealous of her brother. Oh, anyway. Lucy Lou. All right. So let's see. What else? Ow, stop scratching me, nerd. What else? What else? What else? I feel like there's something I'm missing. I should have wrote it all down. Okay. Well, I think that's it. If I can think of anything else, I'll bring it up. Oh, the other thing, don't worry about coming on Thursday, okay? Because that's your midterm day. You don't need to show up for that, okay? Since you're taking it online, right? You don't need to be here or show up for, this session. So you'll get an alert for it. Just ignore it, okay? And what else? If you get sick, just let me know if you can. Okay, if you can't, you can't. All right, but if you can at all possible, just let me know. Just so I can kind of keep tabs on you all, because I'm going to be worried about you guys. Okay, and I guess that's it for today. I don't want to like get into all of this right now. Wait for the PowerPoint. Post them.
That's just for you,
Oh, okay.
if you want.
Okay. I'd say just put, maybe put them on Blackboard. We'll talk about that via email.
Okay.
Maybe we'll put them on Blackboard in some folder, or maybe you can make like a discussion session or something where you're just posting them or something.
Okay, I can do that.
All right, so we'll narrow it down, but maybe just put it in discussion thing where you just attach them or something.
Okay.
Okay. But anyway, so that's it, I think, for now, guys. I didn't want to jump in right now. So if you didn't do the reading for today, now's your chance to do it. We'll get back on track on Tuesday, next Tuesday. Okay. All right. And good luck on the midterm. And just let me know if you have with the midterm opening Thursday, we won't have class that day, correct? Yes. Okay, I did answer that question. Wait, my computer's about to die. I'm going to get an outlet, Carolyn. That was 6 minutes ago. Okay.
She talks so much.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, if anybody else has any questions before I leave, does anybody else have any questions?
Everyone stay safe.
Yeah.
Here it's crazy.
Yes. Yes. Everyone stay safe. Wash your hands for 20 seconds. Social distance, and make sure you're stacking up on your stuffs. You don't need too much toilet paper, guys.
Did you vote today?
Hi. I voted like a couple weeks ago. I did early voting.
Okay.
So yes, I hope the rest of you voted.
I voted.
Yes. Yes, that's important. But I did it a couple weeks ago, thankfully. So I got ahead of it because I was a little worried. Normally I like to vote on voting day, but because all this stuff was going down, I was like, no, I'm going to just slide in there and get it done early. I like the community aspect of voting on voting day, but I don't know, I didn't want to take a chance this time around.
It was empty. There was only me and one other person in there. So.
Oh, really? That makes me a little nervous.
Same.
Yeah. But anyway. All right. Well, stock up on your food. Like I went in Publix yesterday to get my stuff for St. Patrick's Day dinner, and like stuff was empty. Like there was a lot of missing stuff, so hopefully you guys got enough of your stuff to eat and all that good stuff. And if you guys need anything, let me know, and take care. Okay.
Okay.
See you guys on Tuesday.
Good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.